Hey everybody, JROCK here, kicking back on the couch. And today I'm revitalizing my pickup series, and I'm going to be calling it JROCK'S Game Grabs. That's the new title I'm rolling with. Lets you know there's games, and lets you know that I grabbed them. They're pickups. So, you know, you don't want to have the same pickup video name as everybody, so you got to try to be unique. So I'm going with JROCK'S Game Grabs. So before I get into some games, one non-game thing is this Pop Funko Domo Slimer. Now I have the whole set of these. There's 3 of them in this set, and I have all 3. So that's awesome to complete a subset of a collection that I'm going for. Love collecting Funkos now. It's a new kind of crack, and I even got my wife in on it. I've gotten a few for her and some for Christmas too. So yeah, let's get into the games here. Take a drink of my tasty beverage. How are you? Thanks for coming by the way. I got a stack here of NES games, but nothing fancy. A bunch of kind of filler stuff. Filler common games. Fisher-Price, Perfect Fit. Not much to say about that other than teaches picture recognition, spatial relationships, and working within a time limit. Or so it says. Now this is Base Wars Cyber Stadium series. I had a hard time trying to find this in my collecting app. It's under Base Wars, but I was looking under C for Cyber Stadium series, and I couldn't find it. And then ended up finding it under Base Wars. So yeah, that is a baseball game with robots. Super Spike V-Ball. Now, this is a Canadian release, and you can tell that when it says NES-whatever-can on the bottom of the label there. And for you variant hunters out there, Chris Roberts, I'm talking to you. Get your hand on one of these Canadian Super Spike V-Balls. There's some French text there. Because up here in Canada, we like to be bilingual with everything.
Okay. What is wrong with this picture?
No snow tires.
No.
I was, driving on the wrong side of the road. I can explain that. You see, I'm not used to your rules up here, and I was...
That's not it. This writing on the side of your vehicle.
Oh! How did that get there? Those kids at the garage, I just stopped for like...
Whatever. My concern is the sensibilities of a certain distinct and viable part of Canadian society. Les Québécois.
Huh?
You know, the wine drinkers. Pea soup eaters. French Canadians.
Oh, yeah, those guys, sure.
If you wish to avoid prosecution, I would advise that you comply with our language laws, which specifically prescribe that all signs be in both English and French, Canada's 2 official languages.
Okay.
I do have to fine you. That'll be $1,000 Canadian, or 10 American dollars if you'd prefer.
Oh, no, I'll pay the American there, yeah. There you go, buddy. What do you want, 10? Thank you very much.
There's your receipt.
Thank you.
And now, in French, if you please.
The Karate Kid. No NES collection is complete without a bunch of LJN titles, is it? Heavy Shreddin', the snowboarding video game. And The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. Action-packed high adventure with Tom Sawyer. Never played that game, so I'll give that a go. So that's the NES games I have, and I think that brings me up to around 319 in my Nintendo collection. So while we're on the topic of Nintendo and cartridges, I got an N64 game over the holidays, just around Boxing Day, I believe. Picked up Mega Man 64. That has been on my list for quite a while. A big Mega Man fan, trying to get all the games in the series. That would be a really cool goal to meet. And so found this in the local store, 1UP Games, one of my favorite places to be. And yeah, got that finally. And then I have a PSP UMD here, and this actually my brother found at his place. He had sold me a PSP lot. I gave him like 20 bucks for a bunch of games, and there was a few empty cases that didn't have games in them, and one of them was Assassin's Creed Bloodlines, but he just found the UMD, so now I have it complete in the case. And I've been actually playing some PSP a lot recently, bringing it with me on my travels, and it's a really good system, and I'm disappointed I missed out on it when it came out. But just get a PSP if you haven't played one before. It's really fun. And then let's move on to another one, a Sega Master System game, Choplifter. Now, this is my second Master System game that I own, and this was on pretty much everyone's list for Sega Master System recommendations. So thank you everybody for giving some good recommendations. I'm keeping an eye out for all the stuff that I've heard about. And yeah, Choplifter is just one of them classic arcade titles. So had to grab that. Now I got a few PS2 games here. Gauntlet 7 Sorrows, and my friend Oscar made the joke that it really is a fitting name, Sorrows, because you're left feeling sorrow from this game, that it's not that good, apparently, or certainly not as good as the other Gauntlet games. Finally grabbed Spider-Man, and I know this game is really so common. You can find it for less than $5 usually everywhere, and I just never grabbed it. I used to, back in the day when I first got a PS2 and back when I rented games or whatever, I rented Spider-Man a few times. I should have just got it then, but this game was a lot of fun. I recommend it. It's pretty linear, so you know, it's kind of nice to play a linear game. Not everything has to be open world. I know the later Spider-Man games, they do sort of open world type thing. But Spider-Man for PlayStation 2, and it's on Xbox as well. I recommend that if you haven't played it before. It's fun. Controls well. And then I grabbed Genji Dawn of the Samurai, which looks sort of like a beat-em-up type game, like a hack and slash. I'm not too sure. I think it's, yeah, it's like a hack and slash type game. I know you level up your character or whatever, but saw this for a few bucks, and when I see games for a few bucks that pique my interest, I'm more than willing to grab them. So then I grabbed one Nintendo Wii game, and that is Rayman Raving Rabbids. I have the second one, and it's actually a game series that my wife really likes to play. So I like to grab them, pick them up when I see them so we can play together. They're a good multiplayer experience. If you got 2 or more people, pop one of these on, you're going to have a good time, you're going to have a laugh. Rayman Raving Rabbids. They're crazy. The rabbits are crazy. So yeah, good party game. I would liken it to something like a Mario Party type deal where you a whole bunch of different mini games. Now I have a stack of green case Xbox 360 there. On the top of the pile, not the first Ghostbusters item of the day, but Ghostbusters physical copy for Xbox 360. I did not own a physical copy of this, believe it or not. I actually had it downloaded on my console there. I had a downloaded copy on my hard drive, but now I finally have a hard copy of that. Bustin' makes me feel good. That's what it says right there. Everything you need to know is right there. Metro Last Light. This is a game that I had on my hard drive that I wanted to, it's been kind of filling up, so I kind of wanted to free up some space. So I saw this for a few bucks, and it also comes highly recommended by my buddy Matt Fox. he likes these games a lot, so I plan on checking them out. I'm not sure if this is not the first one. This is one of the sequels, I believe. But yeah, a series that I haven't gotten into, but here's some good things. Saints Row the Third, same deal. It's on my hard drive. Want to clear off that space. Found it for a few bucks. And this one, I hear actually the second one is better, but it's kind of a more linear Grand Theft Auto, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, hear good things about that too. Also hear excellent things about Mass Effect 3. I have 1 and 2. Haven't delved into the series yet, I know, sorry. I have over 1,000 games now, and it's hard to keep up. But Mass Effect is a series I really want to get into, so I found this, again, for a few bucks. Like, did really good finding these, like, disc games. I do pretty good at this one place in town. Where I also got this one, Left 4 Dead. This is a game that I wanted to get to play co-op with my wife. I've been doing that a lot more. We have 2 Xbox 360s, so I've been getting double copies of games, maybe even downloading a copy of a game on a console and then having a disc running on another one. We do that with Borderlands, the pre-sequel. We have 2 copies of that, and Diablo 3. I have a copy on my console, and my wife plays a physical copy on the other one. And yeah, we're just trying to get into some more co-op games, and I hear Left 4 Dead series is phenomenal for that sort of thing. So, can't wait to get into that. And last but certainly not least, something that I've been looking forward to for a while. Found it for a great deal, and getting it was sort of a compromise with myself. I've been really wanting an Xbox One. Let me just take a moment to reflect. I've been really wanting an Xbox One, but my wife and I were planning on moving soon. Hopefully, you know, we're saving up for a house. So right now, spending around $400 or $500 on a console just isn't going to happen. We're saving money to move. But one game I wanted to play on next-gen console really bad is also available on this generation, Xbox 360, and that is Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. Super excited to get this game. I haven't even sunk my teeth into this yet. I haven't had a chance to give it my full, undivided attention. But I played Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes, which, if I'm not mistaken, is an introduction to the gameplay of this. That was a very short game, Ground Zeroes, but this is the full experience, and I'm looking forward to that. Great gameplay in that game, Ground Zeroes, and if this is anything like that, just bigger scale and more things you can do, then I am going to have a friggin' blast with this one. Highly recommend checking it out. You know, you can be stealthy, you can go in there guns blazing. That's one of the coolest things about this now, the series, is that it's like open world now. Open world Metal Gear Solid, where you got these missions to do, and you can do them whatever way you want. So, you know, the world is your oyster in Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. So I really can't wait to play this, so I'm going to go play this right now. So thanks all you people for watching at home, revitalizing this Game Grab series. So hopefully going to make this a regular thing. This has been JROCK. Keep on rocking them games.